All right. Welcome to Chapter 8, Section 1. We are going to be doing something a little different, actually. We are going to be talking about sequences and series. So what we need to do is actually take numbers in front of us that are in an order and describe them somehow. But before we get to it, we're going to start looking for patterns now and hopefully remember some tricks and some patterns. So on page 410, I am going to do numbers 1 and 2 for you, and then you're going to do number 3. Alright, so for number 1, the directions say write the first 6 terms of the sequence, and they give us new notation. This is a sub n, say it now, a sub n equals n plus 4. So this little n tells us what term we're on. Alright, and if we want to write the first 6 terms in the sequence, a nice organized way to do it is to make a TT chart. So it's not just a T-chart, it is a TT chart. So we're going to have n here. We're going to have n plus 4, which is right here, so we can do the math, which we can do this in our head, but you're going to see later we might not be able to do it in our head. And then a sub n here. So the first 6 terms, that's easy. The first term would be n is 1, and then 2, and then 3, 4, 5, and 6. N is the number of term that we are on. So if I'm on the first term, my n is 1, and 1 plus 4 is 5. If I'm on the second term, the language is very important, then n is 2, and 2 plus 4 is 6. All right, I don't think that we need to actually fill in the middle part for this one. We get the idea. 3 plus 4 is 7, 4 plus 4 is 8, 5 plus 4 is 9, and 6 plus 4 is 10. So let's do one where we actually might need the middle column. Okay, number 2. F of n, again, another notation, function of n, we're used to that. N is the number of terms that we're on, the numberth term that we're on. The English is a little tricky here. Okay, so we're going to make a TT chart. N, negative 2 in parentheses, n minus 1. If you're going to use your calculator for this, you better make sure you use your parentheses correctly. And then finally, f of n. We want the first 6 terms, which means we want the first term, the second term, the third term, the fourth term, the fifth term, and the sixth term. Again, there's a reason why I'm saying this out loud. N is the number of terms you're on. All right, so let's do some math. We have negative 2, and we're going to raise it to the 1 minus 1 power. Well, 1 minus 1 is 0. Anything to the 0 power is 1. Okay, negative 2, we're going to raise it to the 2 minus 1 power. 2 minus 1 is 1. Negative 2 to the first power is negative 2. The third term we're going to raise to the 3 minus 1 power. That's negative 2 is being squared. Since it's all of negative 2 being squared, it's going to become positive. And I am going to make sure that I continue my middle column because I'm just not exactly confident that everything's going to turn out the way I think. 4 minus 1 is 3, and negative 2 cubed is negative 8. 5 minus 1 is 4. Negative 2 to the fourth is going to be positive 16. And then finally, negative 2 to the 6 minus 1. 6 minus 1 is 5. Negative 2 to the fifth power is negative 32. So my first 6 terms are 1, negative 2, 4, negative 8, 16, and negative 32. How do I know that negative 2 is my second term? When I plug in 2 for n, I get negative 2, for instance. Okay? Now, you go ahead, do number 3, check your answer in the back of the book, ask me questions about it tomorrow. You can pause here because I am going to move on. Actually, I'm going to have a second video in a moment.